All right, my friends, today we're going to be talking about the CAGED system. I'm going to show you the CAGED system in less than 10 minutes. Mike, start the timer. This is how it's going to go. Have you guys heard about the CAGED system? Yeah? No? Yeah?
Here's the timer.
Let me see that timer. Yeah, let's do it. 10 minutes. Here we go. The CAGED system is a way to understand how to play your chords all across the neck, as I just did. So that chord progression just now was C, A minor, F, and G. What the CAGED system says is that you can play the C form, A form, G form, E form, and D form, all major chords by the way, the 5 basic open chords that are major, and you can play them all across the neck in every single key, okay? Now, it works like this. So for instance, if I'm playing a C chord, I can play a C chord as a C chord with a C form, right? So even though this is a C chord, we can all agree that if I were to capo the 2nd fret and I play what feels like a C chord, our ear says that's not a C chord anymore, right? Now it's a D, and if I move it up again, it still feels like a C, but it's not a C chord, right? We can agree with that. So what I call this is I call this the C form, not a C chord. It could be a C chord if it's down here in this position. So, C chord, C form, right? A C chord has a C, an E, and a G in it. So as long as the chord has C, E, and G, and that's the only notes in it, then it's a C chord, okay? That's why we can play this C chord right here, or I can play it right here, or I can play it right here, or here, or here, and keep going up the fretboard, but those are the 5 different shapes. And this is the C form shape of the C chord. This is why it's called CAGED, because we're using the C form, A form, G form, E form, and D form, but we're doing it all with one chord. So here's the C chord, C form. Here's a C chord with the A form. Why is it called the A form? Because it looks like the A chord. We just slid it up. But it has that little C there in the bass. And then we have C, A, G, E, and D. It goes in order going up the fretboard. So now we have the G form. Looks like a G chord, right? G form. But we're sliding it up. There's our C right there. And then we have the E form, because it looks like the E chord slid up. There's our C right there. So it makes an E form slid up to the C here, makes a C chord. And then we could follow this octave up here to make the D form. Looks like a D chord, but we're sliding it up to the 10th fret. Wow, that was in 3 minutes, Mike. How about that? Let's do this. Let's continue on with this, because that was really under 3 minutes. But I'm going to explain more to you. Mike, we've got the image for this, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. See, Mike always has this stuff. He's good. All right, now check this out right here on the screen here. Now notice somewhere in this area here, you're going to be able to toggle off of the C form, C form right there, and the A form right here. Both toggled off of this 5th string bass note, okay? Boom. That takes care of those 2 chords. Fast forward to right about here, our 6th string root. You can see that the G form is based off of that. And then same thing with this 6th string bass note, we've got the E form, and then lastly the D form. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So with the first one right here, right, with this first one you have 2 chords that toggle off of that 5th string root. The root being the tonic, or the root of the chord. It's the one note that all the rest of the notes are built upon. In this case, since it's a C chord, it's a C note. And so we can play that first chord off of that C form, right? And then we can play C form or C note C chord, but it's our A form. And so, there's a few of you right now where your minds are being blown and you're like, dang, I didn't know that. And I know, it's cool, right? Because basically, like I say all the time, a chili made by your mom is going to taste different than the chili made by your grandma and differently than your fire chief, right? But still, chili is chili. It tastes like chili. It doesn't taste like spaghetti. So in the same way here, your chords, even though they sound different, they don't sound that different. They're in the family of C because they have C, E, and G in them, and that's all the notes they have in them. So indeed, that's a C chord. This is a C chord. This is a C chord. C chord. C chord. C. C. All these are C's, right? You thought this was the only C. It ain't. There's lots of them, right? Now, I'm going to continue to go down this road here with you. We're going to bolster this. I have plenty of time here. But if some of this stuff's going over your head, it just means you don't have the basics down. The very first link below gives you access to the Unstoppable Guitar System Standard. Okay? That's for you, for free. Literally, download that. First link below, okay? Or go to YourGuitarSage.com/UGS. Or if you don't want to do any of that, you can always text me. That's right. You can text me. FREE. You can text that to 1-833-744-0154. Wow, thanks, Mike. Look at him on the fly like that, just moving stuff around. That number right there, text free, FREE, to that number. I'll get you taken care of. I'll get you in the course for free, okay? If you're in the course already, UGS or standard, type in UGS there, and then we'll be text buddies. Yeah, okay? That's what you want to do. Okay, while we're at it, well, just forget it. Let's keep going. All right, so now you could do this for any chord. Oh, by the way, you can also do this for minor chords. You can do this for seventh chords. You can do this for minor seventh chords. You can do it for dominant chords. You can do it for major seven chords. I talk about all of that stuff inside of the Unstoppable Guitar System Pro. Okay, more about that at YourGuitarSage.com/UGS. There you go. Okay, so you can do this for any chord, but in this case here, I did it off of C because it's just very easy for you to think like that. So with that diagram, Mike, can you bring that diagram up again? What I want you to do is snapshot this screen. Okay, ready? Hey, that? Okay, now. There you go, snapshot the screen. There you go, now you got that, and now you can run with that. So if you wanted to do this, say, in the key of C sharp, then you would just move it up a half step. Easy enough, and you just keep doing that, going up the scale, up the chromatic scale. Now, here's the deal. Just because you know the forms that are right there doesn't mean you have to play the whole form. Like I didn't, like when I was playing through this, I played full chord, full chord, full chord, full chord, and then I played this, which was a 4-string chord, then I played a minor chord, and then I played a couple of 4-string chords. And then I came up here, right? And then I did this kind of, and then another 4-string chord, 4-string chord, and then at the end I went 4-string, 4-string, 4 and 4. Okay, so you don't have to play the entire form of the chord. You don't have to do it. Don't worry about that. Just know where they're at. That's all you need. Okay? Now I could delve into this a lot longer. There's so much stuff to talk about regarding this. You want more on this here on YouTube. If you're not in UGS Pro where all the kids are at and all the fun stuff's happening, then you would just want to stay on YouTube. You can do that. That's fine. But you get what you get there. So type in Your GuitarSage CAGED, C-A-G-E-D, and I have a lot more videos for you regarding this subject if you dig this. Super powerful stuff, okay? I teach soloing with this as well, but start with your chords. It makes a lot more sense than the soloing part. Does make sense as well, but this is black and white. It's very apparent right here. Friends, if you like this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button right now. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Share with a friend. Yeah. By doing so, you're telling me that you love me and telling me that you like these videos and that you want more of it. When you don't do that, you're telling me, I don't like you, Eric, and I don't like your shirt. That's what you're saying. Which that, I prefer you to like me. Friends, I'm here for you. Please let me know how I can help. Take advantage of that free course, first link below, my friends. Thank you so much. We did this in under 10 minutes, Mike. I'm just going to end it early because that's how I roll. Okay. Can't get to the comments today, but you know how to reach me. My social and, of course, that phone number there. Okay. But I'm going to leave with like 7 seconds to spare. See ya. I'm out of here.